turn more like a beauty queen. Oh, you cannot be like this. You have to be the Marilyn Manson of this situation. Who wants to live forever? I don't know. Kiss me. Can you please love me? I don't know.
Let me just have another sip.
Okay, I'm ready. I dance, dance, dance with my hands. Dance, dance. I have to have the balls to do it. Like this, and really not taking care about what my body was doing.
Hello everyone, Nika Rocks here, and today I am totally delighted to have Giacomo Voli with me today, who probably doesn't need any introduction to many of you. So hello Giacomo.
Hello everybody, I'm here. How are you?
I hope everybody's doing great. Giacomo, when I was preparing for this chat, I found so many interviews on YouTube. There are already so many interviews there, and both in Italian and English. And are there any questions that you're totally fed up with?
I don't know. Probably more technical questions related to the singing, so somehow it's not easy to talk about this in every interview, because somehow you talk about your relation with your singing career or your experience live with other bands, with projects, but somehow it's difficult also to talk about your way to sing and how did you get these kind of things, because it's more related to singing techniques, and so people that are interested in this kind of things. But I also find it interesting to talk about.
Okay, you find it interesting, but at the same time you feel like you're fed up with it.
I don't know, it depends.
Okay, so let's tick a few questions off at the beginning so that we don't go back to them again. Okay, So what is your current vocal range? To people who don't understand, maybe C5 with all this
Okay. Let's say I can extend my voice in 4 octave full range. Then what I sing is less, obviously, so I don't have the chance always to use the complete part of my complete extension of my voice. I do it doing choirs, for example, because when I record choirs and harmonies for Rhapsody of Fire, I tend to use all my extension to cover, baritone and then bass part when I have to go down and down and down and do like this, and then I have to do soprano and very high things when I have to cover these female voices also. Plus we have female choirs and everything, but I try to do everything I can by myself because it's fun. And but yes, let's say 4 octave, and then I use a couple and a half in live situations.
Yeah, if I'm not wrong, it's falsetto, the soprano, the female soprano is the male falsetto. Correct.
Yes, because I'm a man, but my change, because we have 2 main mechanisms are called. So the one that I used to talk, when it's finished, I can skip to the second. So the second mechanism is we use it to do falsetto notes, stop closure falsetto, flauto, and all the other sounds that are made with the head voice, let's say. So when I reach the higher highest note of my first mechanism, then I skip to the second, and that's my way to think about music and my way to think about extension. So I don't wanna, renounce to my high part of the voice. So I'm a tenor. So on the paper, I'm a tenor, so I can reach, the do di petto and these kind of notes like these kind of notes. But then I can use the other kind of notes, and so yeah, when I go to the second mechanism and so on. So it's fun. I try to, use all of them to sing.
Great, great, interesting. Okay. And you mentioned in one of the interviews that one of your teachers was Michele Luppi. And
Mm-hmm.
I find it funny because Michele Luppi was also mentioned in my chit chat with Tommy Fuller. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and so how everything is interconnected. Can you please tell me how it happened, how you found him?
Okay, so I think that's because Michele is 10 year older than me, I think, because I think it's 74. And so the story is short. Michele was one of these incredible singers that I had the chance to live and listen to when I was just 17, 18 years old. And he was already, made sure in his way to sing. Was really skilled and incredible live performer. So I was really, you know, impressed by his technique, and I decided to contact him because yes, I'm from Reggio Emilia and he is from Fabrico, that is a small town between Reggio and Modena. So we all know each other. So when we talk about now this situation, we laugh on this because me, Alessandro Conti from Twilight Force and other singers is from Modena, and then also Fabio Dessi, that is a friend of us, that is also from Modena, and then Luppi, and then me from Reggio Emilia. We are in a close, area, and I don't know. We all knew Michele because he was the one that was teaching this kind of things at the time. And then I had the chance to know about Roberto Tiranti, for example, and other great and talented musicians and singers like, I don't know, Morbi from Domine and so on. So um, but at the time I only knew Michele, and I decided to take my very first vocal lessons from him, and it was about 2 years when I was 18 till I was 20, 21. So
Wow, a long
uh,
time.
yes, and I always say thank you to Michele for this, and because some things remains, okay. Some other things are changed because I had the chance to, study with other great teachers and to learn from the big artists I really love. Also studying them. So my way to sing, yeah, I think it's a mixture of what I learned from Michele and Barbara Shodiomova, my second important teacher, and other important singer teachers, and what I listen to my favorite singers. So I really try to take a bit of everyone. So Sammy Hagar from Van Halen, or Freddie Mercury himself, it's my God, and Steven Tyler, and the list is so long that I don't want to bore you with this, but
Oh no, it's
uh,
totally fine. Actually, I have a couple of questions about Freddie Mercury, but I'll ask
okay,
you
so
later, okay?
let's talk about
Um,
this if you want.
yes. First, to someone who doesn't watch Italian TV, can you please tell me about how your journey began?
Okay, let's say that I was already teaching singing, and I was already working with my voice with many tribute bands. So Deep Purple tribute band, Van Halen tribute band, Toto tribute band, and also musical. I had the chance to work a lot with my voice in the previous years before this TV show, and suddenly one of the music teacher of the school where I was teacher too asked me if I was interested in it. So I said yes because I knew the show that it's called The Voice, and I was really you know not that interested but fascinated by um, these kind of figures that were doing the judges, and because somehow they recover some famous Italian singers and artists, and I tried it. I find it interesting, so I said yes, and I did all the uh, interviews and all the
Auditions.
auditions. Yes,
Yeah.
please. Thank you so much. Auditions for this, and I find myself in a new dimension. So yes, was a bit stressing, and I understood a lot about TV shows and how they work, and how fragile the personal situation can be if you're not strong enough to face the fact that you are only a gear in the big mechanism, and often you're here not only for your voice, hopefully also for your voice, but also for your look and for the way you act. And I still remember this thing that I presented myself as a rocker, obviously with the long hair and everything. And during one of the first auditions, I presented myself with this and with my glass, because I was driving, and so I arrived with the glass to see better. And one of the TV, agents, or I don't know, the producers that was there said, "Are you Giacomo Voli?" And I said, "Yes, it's me." "Oh, you cannot be like this. You have to be the Marilyn Manson of this situation." So,
Right.
and with this, statement, I understood better that they were searching for this, for something to, you know, characterize the program, to say, "Oh, we also have the rocker, we also have the Satanist guy," and maybe something to make it in opposition to Suor Cristina, because that year was so funny and interesting, because there was a singing nun in the
Yes, I remember
program.
that.
So and so maybe they were really searching for something like this, something to, create the two shades of. And so this was interesting and fun, also very stressful, because it took 3 months to do the entire thing, or 3 or 4 months, so very long time. But yes, after this, I decided to start somehow my career, and to believe that I can be a singer, a full-time singer. Was not only like this, because I also had ordinary works. Meanwhile, since 2014, 10 years ago, I also had ordinary works. Meanwhile, but yes, I started to believe that this could be my job. And after this, I tried again 7 years after, with All Together Now, it's called. It's also an English format. So, um, what I have to say, I was really aware by what I could possibly meet, and faced now in a TV program show. So was really better, and hopefully, and luckily, it was better than I wanted. Was really cool. What can I say? I think that a lot of colleagues that I have are really, you know, um, I don't know how to say, make opposition in front of this new TV shows and way to present yourself and to, you know, um, face the music. I don't know, make you new. I don't know how to say, to present you to the people that maybe don't know you. Um, but I think that this is a new way to communicate who you are and to present yourself in addiction to the socials. So if you refuse this kind of things, you refuse to face the world. You refuse to face the new way to communicate. What are you doing? What you like? Who are you? And so I know it's hard to put yourself in this kind of situation, but I really don't regret this choices I did.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning both programs, The Voice of Italy and All Together Now, because another question that I have for you, Giacomo, when I was watching some of the episodes, I had the feeling of you used the word fragile, how fragile you might be, this kind of things. And indeed, I could feel that vulnerability, let's say. What I mean is that, let's say, when I watch it, to me, it looks more like a fake talk show and not, and very little music itself, let's say. Um, so what I can see is a bunch of people trying to create a show, and maybe a show not in its best meaning, let's say. But my question is for you: what was it really like? Did it feel like it was something fake, or what was the situation like on the set?
Well, speaking for myself, I really tried to live these kind of things and these two experiences in the most true way I really can. I don't know. Say I feel myself really real, and I felt myself really reacting in a very spontaneous way. So speaking for myself, I lived that kind of situation in a Giacomo Voli's mood. um, but yes, I perceived these kind of things you say because yes, this is a show. So anyway, the if it's a show, if it's something that has to entertain people sitting like this at home watching TV, there are rules for the shows. So one of the rules, everything has to be fast. Nobody has the patience to wait 1 minute long intro in a song. So the thing I suffered the most was the cut of the songs, for example. So
I
even
see.
when I was singing a beautiful song and a song that I like, I was used to, wait for the introduction and then to explain myself during the whole song long. That was the sad part, and the song were really cut in a very painful way. Let's say my habit is to explain myself and to live myself in the music and to reveal what I have to say during the whole song. So, for example, if you have to sing Stairway to Heaven, let's say, you have 7 minutes long to express yourself and to tell something about yourself, to use a different sounds, for example. So, a lot of things. And then you find the 90 seconds rule of this kind of show. So, in 90 seconds, you have to explain everything about yourself. And it's a bit stressful, yes, because every time you have to find the right cut, and also to have to be lucky that these kind of cuts are okay for the people listening, that there are not many people yelling at you and saying, oh, this is shit. So that was the stressful part, yes, and I really discovered this in a very bad way, but that also has helped me the second time I tried, because the second time I tried, I knew that And so I really had the chance to choose songs that are more, let's say, repetitive. So in 4 minutes long, maybe if you sing one verse and then pre-chorus and chorus 2 times, it's okay to explain yourself because the repetition is okay. And then you have to totally skip songs like Bohemian Rhapsody, Stairway to Heaven, Child in Time, that really requires uh, more time to be appreciated. Yes,
Yeah,
more
because
time
they're
to
so
be.
versatile.
Yeah, yeah. There
Yeah.
are a lot of things
Mhm.
occurring during the songs, and a lot of different words, different songs maybe because Bohemian Rhapsody is 3, 4 songs in the same song. So
Yes.
um, what part you can choose in 2 minutes? I don't want to choose. So that's the thing. And so the second time I tried, I was more, aware about this.
Yeah. Speaking about appreciation, I'd like to reflect on the blind auditions. So the very first time when you stepped on the stage of The Voice of Italy,
Mm-hmm,
Piero Pelù, the singer of Ritfiba, who was one of the
mm-hmm.
judges. So he sits still, waiting for another contestant. But as soon as the drums hit Led Zeppelin, he pushes the red button and turns around in awe.
Yeah.
My question is, what did you feel that moment? Were you happy he responded fast, or were you rather disappointed because he didn't even hear your voice?
I was really excited and happy because at least just one, it only needs one judge in this kind of show to be inside the program. So I was like surprised, but then I also relieved. Oh, okay, just one turned, and so. But yes, I asked myself why he didn't listen to my voice yet. So it was controversial. And
Mhm.
what he states about this decision was, I did it because if you bring Led Zeppelin songs in this kind of audition, you have to have the balls to do it. And so I really appreciated the courage and um yeah, also the, how to say, the that he believed that I can do it, and then I do it. So yes, was funny and controversial
Yeah,
in the
at the same
same
time.
at the same
Yes,
time,
something
even
similar
because I,
happened. Yeah, sorry, you
yeah,
go.
I think that maybe you have more experience about it, or you but I think that it's the only judge in the story of The Voice that turned before the singing. I don't know if it's true, but maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say that later on it happened with Cristina Scabbia. She turned
Ah,
around to when she heard the first chords of Nirvana, and she was like,
okay.
she did
Ah,
not. Yes. So when Cristina Scabbia was the judge, she did the same thing. She hit the button before hearing the voice.
yeah.
But then she justified it in the same way. She said, as soon as
Ah,
I heard Nirvana, I knew that that's the song that is impossible to fail. So if you come on stage with Nirvana, then it will be great. That's what she said. So she was already totally sure. So maybe Piero Pelù was the same.
I don't know. I was really in love with the rock songs, and so maybe waiting for some rock singers in this on this stage. So he was really excited when he heard the first drum part of rock and roll. It's so iconic and so moving for a rock lover.
Yeah.
So
Were you
I can
surprised
understand.
that Rafaela Carrà also turned around? Did you expect that?
Yeah, I don't know. I learned more about these kind of people, and I learned that these kind of people can love to other genre, of
Mhm.
music. And so, what I learned is that yes, even if you're a famous pop and dance singer like Rafaela Carrà was, you can also like whatever you want. And the same thing happened with Renato Zero. It's great Italian artist, one of the greatest. And I had the chance to work with him after All Together Now, for example, and I did an album with him. And he really is, I don't know how to say, it's like people that really brings poems instead of, songs. It's like to hear poems and beautiful words in the songs. So it's a total different way to make music. But the very first time he heard myself was with Rhapsody of Fire, and he was really interested in. So even if it is so far from my style, I find it very beautiful to see people like this interested in other genres.
Who came there to support you backstage?
What?
Who came there to support you backstage at the Voice?
You mean at The Voice? Okay,
Yes.
So there was my brother, I think my cousin, and then my ex-girlfriend Francesca. And so it was really nice to see all of them after, because I saw them after I did not have the chance to see immediately the production and the final product. But yes, was really interesting, and that's a little bit cringe part of the program, I suppose, because it's like to force people to have reactions, and so that's a thing that I don't really like the most in this kind of situation. But yes, I try to live this kind of things with my my thoughts, and my thoughts is, yes, I have people I love with me, so that's the important thing.
Time for some Queen-related questions. You mentioned
Okay.
a lot of times in a lot of interviews, also and All Together Now, and anywhere possible, that Freddie Mercury is your one of your greatest inspirations.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes, maybe subconsciously, compare yourself to Freddie Mercury?
It's really hard to compare everybody with Freddie Mercury. So I was really surprised when I saw Queen with Adam Lambert some years ago, and he himself was saying to the crowd, "Yes, I'm not Freddie Mercury, obviously," and like everybody is expecting anyway to compare him to Freddie Mercury. So it's, I don't know. It's not. I cannot compare myself with Freddie Mercury. Obviously, I can only learn how Freddie Mercury was acting and living in a very beautiful way. Is his art and his way to compose and sing, and that's the way I can reach, and I can reach, try to reach for. When I have to sing Queen, I always try to feel myself, to feel Giacomo singing Queen. So yes, I learned a lot from him, and obviously you always do the comparison, and you think about, can I be as good as he was on the albums and on the records? And the answer is no. If you think about that, these kind of songs, everybody knows these kind of songs because Freddie Mercury. So obviously you cannot compare yourself to this. but you can understand, you know, the singer's life. I can understand and compare myself when I live the tour with Rhapsody of Fire, when I have to record my own music with Rhapsody of Fire, when I have to sing them live and understand how difficult it is to maintain, you know, that kind of quality singing live. So I can compare myself as a singer, as a performer, and say and understand how difficult it was for Freddie Mercury and people like this that were doing this 200 times per year, touring all over the world, planes and jet lags and cigarettes and drugs and alcohol. So yes, I can understand now what this kind of life is, but I don't think I can compare myself with Freddie Mercury.
Speaking about his life's difficulties, have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody, the film?
Yeah, yeah, I
And
saw
what do you
it
think about
once,
it?
just once. I find it nice, okay, because there are a lot of not true thing and historical wrong things in the timeline. I mean, and somehow they depicted Freddie Mercury as a hysteric, you know, prima donna.
Like over
But
emotional.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I find
personally,
it.
by the way.
By the way, I find it interesting and emotional anyway, and um, I also cried, and yes, because I think that anyway it's a good movie, and anyway the Queen music, it's really something that transcends these kind of things and these kind of particular things. So yes, I liked it. The only thing that maybe was too strange to accept for me is the Rami Malek speaking voice, because he's so strange in the way he talks, and that was really strange for me to accept, because Freddie was like more musically speaking. I don't know what to say. It was really, I don't know, musical bitch. So to hear this kind of sounds was really strange for me. But yes, that's the
Okay,
only
I
thing.
see. If you had the chance to ask Freddie Mercury just one question, what would you ask him?
I don't know. Kiss me. Can you please love me? I don't know. I don't know really, because it's something really. I feel this kind of things every time I approach myself to these big musicians and big singers. I had the chance to meet Bruce Dickinson a few days ago, and was really, you know, incredible for me, because I was really, you know, my voice, I think it's a mixture of many things, and so also Iron Maiden and Bruce Dickinson were my inspirations. So I really don't know. Maybe I would ask him to sing with me something
Oh, that would be
together,
sweet.
and to do it on the piano together. That
Oh,
would really beautiful for me, because I feel that that's the only way to appreciate someone in his entire thing, when you can hear it directly. And also because I think that this is one of these things that people really love about me. So when they come to hear me in an acoustic situation or with Rhapsody of Fire, the only things that matter is to hear me singing. And so I think I would like to do the same with him.
wow, nice.
Can anybody find me somebody to love?
Speaking about tours, and you just mentioned that you met Bruce Dickinson. Yeah, what was it like? What was he like behind the curtains?
He's really nice. He is really nice, and I'm impressed about his life. the thing that I'm impressed most is thinking about 1986. I think he reached a Guinness World Record that year, doing the most concert in a per year. I don't know. I don't remember. They played, let's say, 280
That was a
shows
very
in
fruitful
a
year to
year.
them. Mhm.
So the thing is, yes, he is still singing. He is still singing very good after 40 years like this. Because the thing is, the previous year and the years after, he always had to sing 250 shows per year. So it's really crazy to know this vocally speaking. And the other thing is watching him performing, because he's always, doing this fencing moves, and he also is a sword master, and he's you know aeroplane plane pilot, and he also have a brew factory with beer, and he write books and he teaches, and it's something unbelievable to see this man that small doing all these things together and look like he's really relaxed.
Yeah.
I think he's really full of energy and also kind. So he is a living god for me.
No wasted years for Bruce
No,
Dickinson.
yeah, no wasted year for him.
Yes.
So it was really a pleasure. I hope to see you again. And he also had time to ask me about how was the show for me. It's because I know he knows about Rhapsody of Fire, but anyway, I know that he met continuously 1,000 people. So there are, let's say 100 bands like Rhapsody of Fire for him in the world. So we are not that special, maybe. I consider myself special in Rhapsody of Fire because I love them and I know the story and everything. But let's think about these kind of people. How many bands and peoples met during the whole life? So it was really special for me also this question for me, personal question.
Well, I bet that you've met a lot of people too, thanks to touring.
Yeah.
And you mentioned a couple of years ago in one of the interviews again that thanks to your touring experience, you've improved your English as well. Can you tell me a little bit more about your learning journey?
Yeah, I don't feel myself comfortable. Still don't feel myself comfortable 100% with my English. But yes, anyway, I had the chance to do a lot of interview, and I can say that also writing and speaking. Let's say the speaking is the most important way for me to learn English. So during the tour, often you have to speak with German people, French people, and everybody speak English. So you are it's mandatory.
Yeah, when you're thrown at the very deep end of the ocean,
Yeah,
then
so
you don't have a choice. That's the best way to learn the language.
yeah, and I also have fun speaking English, and I think that now I feel more comfortable for truth. But yes, I still have to practice a lot, and I have to face somehow I have to face again mistakes and grammar problems. But anyway, we're here, so I try to
Fluency
do
is
my
more
best
important
anyway.
than accuracy. Remember this.
Yeah. I think that the only way to learn it better is to speak and watch TV programs in
not
English.
the only
And to
way,
listen
but the best ways for sure.
Yeah, I also, my TikTok is, let's say, more than half of the contents are in English, American English or UK English, and so I'm used to listen to it and to face constantly and daily English.
Yeah,
so
great.
That's my secret.
That's about speaking English. What about singing though? Which do you find easier, singing in English or in Italian, and why?
I think it's physically speaking about the brain functions, these are two separate functions. So when we sing and when we speak, we use different part of the cerebral. Yes, and so it's a bit different. And yes, you have to taught yourself how to manage these things. Um, I also had the chance to improve my pronunciation because of the singing, and especially when I had the chance to sing for Jesus Christ Superstar musical with a minor company, obviously, but we had a bilingual guy that was really good in correct us. And so I really tried to started to understand better what a good pronunciation could be important in my life, and I still try to stick to this, because somehow, yes, the way you pronounce words and the way you tell stories with a good pronunciation really makes a difference somehow. So yes, that was really important for me, even because yes, Jesus Christ Superstar is one of my favorites. It's my Bible. Incredible singers like Ted Neely and Carl Anderson. Everybody in this musical was really, really incredible. And the way they pronounce the English and the words that are inside the musical are really interesting. So I really had the chance to study a lot. And another moment was during The Voice, when I had to sing Life on Mars by David Bowie. I'm not really happy of the results, so I really hate this video on YouTube. Anyway, when I had to study the lyrics, the vocal coach we had during this program was really, really, how to say, I don't know how to say. He wanted us to pronounce it very good. So I really learned a lot just for one song. I understood a lot of the pronunciation for just one song.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I have a question from a friend. Speaking about songs, are there any songs that turned out to be easier to sing than expected, and the ones that turned out to be a lot more difficult than expected? Not necessarily from the linguistic point of view, but also musically speaking.
You mean generally or in
Yes, in
particular?
general, are there any songs that you thought would be easy to sing, but then they turned out a lot more difficult, and vice versa? Have you experienced
Um,
anything like that?
the only thing that I can think about is the past of Rhapsody of Fire and the present of Rhapsody of Fire. So when I had the chance to face myself and to sing the old song, originally sang by Fabio Lione, found them easier to sing. It's more difficult for me to sing the new songs because Alex thought about me. Yeah, he is a good singer and he can go so high that let's write this song so high that only Giacomo can sing them. And somehow it works, yes, because I saw the same thing with Alessandro Conti from Luca Turelli's Rhapsody or Twilight Force, and yes, it worked. But yes, today is still more difficult for me to sing "The Legend Goes On," for example, compared with, I don't know, Emerald Sword or Dawn of Victory, the old songs, because of the extension and the the vocal
The
parts,
range.
So the range, yes, because maybe you would find interesting to search for "The Legend Goes On" by Freddie Mercury, somebody with the AI.
AI.
AI did it, and so you can understand how high this song is. So when I sing my song, the new song, and it feels comfortable for me, but it's really stressful if you think about how I have to sing them. So you really can imagine it, hearing the Freddie Mercury's voice on these songs. So uh, I would like to know what you think about to listen to this experiment.
Well, I'll give it a listen. Maybe I will also somehow embed
Yeah.
it into this video when I come to edit this video, and yeah, I'll let
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, maybe you will have
Yeah,
fun.
thanks
Yes.
for giving me this idea, by the way.
I cast a spell and I see pieces of the beauty unveiled. Clean out the bad place where I belong. I see the mountains still shining. People are dreaming, singing a song. The ghost of war that steals from me.
Yes, I don't think we should underestimate the power of AI these days, especially. And well, I'm quite surprised by what you just said, because I wanted to ask you about Rhapsody of Fire, and we'll be speaking a lot about comparisons and stuff. And do you understand that the songs written by you personally might never really beat the classical ones, such as Dawn of Victory or Emerald Sword? And how do you feel about it, especially now that you mentioned the complexity of the new songs of Rhapsody of Fire?
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I also have to consider that times are changed, and we will never renounce any way to sing those classics. So it's not an option. We will always bring Dawn of Victory, Hammer Sword, and maybe Holy Thunder Force one day, because now we have a similar song that's called Reign of Fury or Chains of Destiny that are really loved by people. So yes, you can't beat the classics and the old ones, but we found a way to make people love also the new songs. So there are a few songs for every new album that are really appreciated like this. So The Legend Goes On, Reign of Fury, March Against the Tyrant is one of the people really loved it. And so maybe you cannot write an entire album with all songs are good like Emerald Sword, but yes, we can still try to make good music and to
Of course,
bring it live.
yes.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Reign of fury, my blade, like wings in the mist. Hold my breath in the shade, both my hands on the hilt. Thousand sparkles collide, igniting the cave. There's nowhere to hide under virus that
I really like the Brave New Hope.
Oh, thank you.
one.
Yes,
And
really love it.
yeah, is that some kind of allegory to the Brave New World? Or
Oh, you mean about Iron Maiden one or
Iron
no?
Maiden or
What?
the book? Because when somebody says Brave New World, the first thing I think about is the book, and only then.
I don't know the book. I'm so ignorant. I don't know about this book.
Oh,
so.
okay.
What book is referred to? So
Because
maybe
I'm quite sure that Bruce Dickinson was inspired by the book when he wrote Brave New World.
No,
Okay.
I didn't think about it because
Never
I don't
mind
know it.
then.
So,
So
no worry. I'm interested too because somehow I wrote my lyrics without too many, conditioning. How to say influences? Because for example, I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons player, for example. So that means that really when I speak about fantasy stories and I speak about, wizards or other characters, I'm not really influenced by this. So, for example, I don't know about this book, so maybe.
Okay, it was just my curiosity. I just wanted to know, okay, whether it had something to do with that or not. So it's just a coincidence then. Okay.
there's no room for chosen. I'm not his heart, and then heroes and hearts will chase their fate. Unveil the future for a rain new hope. The honor prevails over fears. A rain new hope. No more shadows will scheme in the dark.
All right, we have already mentioned Cristina Scabbia before, and so a question related to her somehow. Apart from singing 4 octaves, you can also write the lyrics, play the piano, play the guitar, draw. And I saw Cristina Scabbia's comment under your drawing video when she asked, "Is there anything you can't do?" So my question is for you, Giacomo. I'd like to upgrade her question a little bit. Is there anything you can't do but would like to be able to do?
I would really like to dance, for example. So because I always admired people that are able to dance in different styles. So I find it really interesting and a way to be complete as an artist, or an artist that is, whose inspiration is also musical, for example, and also acting. So acting and dancing are really 2 arts that I would really like to own and to master. But maybe in another life, or when I have the chance or time to study, I don't know, because acting is something that I can feel more possible for me. I don't know why, but I feel more comfortable with myself thinking about, oh, I can act a little, phrase or 2 words in a movie. I don't know, but dancing is really something special. And you also mentioned a lot of things that I can do, but I also say that I play piano very bad and I play guitar very bad. I have to add this part. Yeah, let's say this because I love to play instruments, and all the instruments that I can play, because I also like drums and bass and everything, and flute also. But I cannot compare myself with, let's say, I like to play flute, but we have Manuel Staropoli playing flute very well. So when I think about myself, I'm a flute player. No, I'm not a flute player. I'm just I do just what I can do to have fun or to compose, because somehow I try to learn a bit of every instrument I know because of composing music, to understand better what happens if I write this kind of part for the drums, what happened to the drums, to the drummer, because people maybe write it on on the computer, and they write an extra arm for the drummers in the same in the beat. So to play instruments really improved my way to understand music, even while I'm singing. So while I'm singing, I can really hear different things that are happening on the stage, and I can enjoy the music a lot.
That's very impressive, because you learn to do something not because you really wanted to do it, but to understand how composing works, how something else works. That's another kind of skill. And I also noticed that you can play the piano and sing at the same time, which is something that, for example, I personally can't do. Even if I could sing, it requires another skill. You need to study for that too.
Yeah, I think that it's something that started when I was young, at 12 or 13, and because I was used to play in church during the mass, and so I started playing guitar and singing, and also somehow doing the chords on the piano and singing. And I think that doing simple things is the most easy way to learn this, to place 2 things together and to mix them. It's something that American people, for example, are used to. So everybody in US used to play guitar while he's singing, and it's a habit, so that we, personally speaking, about Italian people, don't really have. So um, I try to do it, as I told you, during the mass. So that was important too, to learn that it's a kind of coordination skill. It's coordination. So when you sing something on the beat, you understand how to alternate and do the same thing on the beat with the voice and the piano. Yes, it's difficult.
I don't find it easy.
Yeah, I don't find it easy too. So there are things that are easy for me, but other things that I really cannot play and sing together. So I try to study what I had to do. So somehow I have to play, Bohemian Rhapsody, and then a little bit of Killer Queen during this acoustic set, Queen set we have, and then to skip and return to Bohemian Rhapsody. And so I try to study it on YouTube and watch precisely the notes on the piano roll, and then to mix these things while I'm singing. But yes, you have to be. I think that the best way to learn this is to be really sure of what you do singing. Let's say that. So if you're singing, it's really. If you sing it very well, okay, let's say this, Bohemian Rhapsody is one of these songs that I can sing without thinking about it, because it's part of me, as rock and roll and other songs. I will tell you a story about rock and roll later, but then let's stick to this. I can really sing Bohemian Rhapsody without thinking about it, so I can watch the piano meanwhile. I can watch what I do with my fingers while I'm singing, because I don't have to think about the lyrics no more, because they are part of me, So I think that the best way is to learn one of the two things really good, so you don't have to think about one of these constantly. So the story about rock and roll is, once I was also playing guitar, rhythm guitar during this live, and rock and roll was the last one of the set to finish the show. And so I noticed my guitar was detuned, was not okay.
Not tuned.
Okay. Meanwhile, the song started. I had to sing, and I was singing. Meanwhile, I was tuning the guitar with my pedals and doing this while I was like this, and really not taking care about what my body was doing. So then I thought about it, and I said, okay, I have the autopilot. I really reached the autopilot for this kind of songs, because these are songs that I sang since I was 17. So
wow, like driving a car, I imagine.
Yeah, it's somehow you don't really understand how you reached your home.
All right. I'm very well aware that we are running out of time a bit, so we are almost at the end, and I saved the last trickiest question to the end. Giacomo, whenever I hear you sing something which is not power metal, something like Queen, for example, or Guns N' Roses, whatever, I can still hear power metal somehow. I don't know whether it's my problem or not, or maybe just because I know you better as a power metal musician. And so when I hear you sing Queen, for example, I bear this in mind. Okay, this is a cover by somebody who sings power metal. And um, this said, I have a very abstract yet creative question. If you could power metal anything in the world, not necessarily a song in general, what would it be in the first place? What would you power metal?
You mean a song or?
No, not necessarily a song, anything. Imagine you had this superpower to power metal anything.
I don't really know. It's a strange question.
It is, yes, it requires some creativity.
Even because the thing is, I really don't consider myself a power metal singer, and that's the trickiest thing for me, because I like the way power metal, let me express. That's the thing. So I think that power metal, as Queen songs, as the darkness songs, are something that I really feel comfortable for me, because they let me express completely. So with the high notes, even Deep Purple for me is the very first metal band of the world, I suppose, or power metal band, because of the notes, because of the riffs, many things. So I don't know what I would power metal. I don't know.
Anything. It can be something abstract or an object in your home.
I really don't know. Too tricky. My car.
Your car. Make it faster.
My car. Yeah, make it maybe faster, maybe with
and then get a fine from the police.
Wings and fire and flying in the sky.
All right.
Doing strange noises.
Okay, I'll accept that answer. Okay, next one. A moustache, yay or nay?
What about my moustache?
Yes.
Or
yeah, in general, a moustache, yay or nay?
I don't know.
Not
I don't
anymore.
know. I used to have them, but now I feel uncomfortable with only mustaches. But maybe one day they will return and I will accept them. It's something that I don't want to control that much now. So I took all my beard off, because I want to feel myself more feminine this period, so this time, and maybe one day I will feel more masculine. I don't know. Let's say that we will wait for the mustache again.
Okay. I was just wondering. And the level of my alcohol is almost here. I'm not sure about yours.
I finished it.
Oh, you finished it already. Okay.
Yeah.
Then one more question, and then, if you don't mind, we'll play a game. Okay, I prepared a musical game. Okay, you've said in your interviews that you are romantic. In what way?
Well, I think that my way is to feel myself less, masculine, possibly. I don't know. I consider myself non-binary. So my way to be romantic, I think, is to be very empathic, and to think about how the people react to my singing, to my art, and to my way to speak, and to myself. That's the way I feel that is romantic for me. It's a way to be kind. Yes, for me, to be kind is a new way to be romantic in this world.
All right. Okay, interesting. Okay. Right. Okay. There is something. So the game time. It's something that requires some courage from me, and especially because you told me before that one of the skills that you would like to learn is to dance. So now, No, you're not going to dance. You're going to
Okay.
do what you know. Okay.
Okay.
What you do best in the world. Sing. You're going to sing, but I'm going not just to dance, but show you some dance moves. Okay.
Okay.
And you sing out a line from the lyrics that is the first to come up to your head. Okay. So I will
Okay.
show dance move. It might be something famous. It might be just something that fans usually do at concerts. Okay.
Okay.
You sing
I'm ready.
whatever you think is appropriate to this dance move. Okay.
Okay.
Let me just have another sip.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. The first one is very straightforward.
Okay. Into the ray of the sun, march of a hero, hunt in the dark, glory, both for the blood of his God a war master crown. Right for the fall of his power, fighting the stone, the roar of a thunder, a light of the sun
Okay.
and the moon, with so master rule.
Okay, great. Okay, next one.
Like a beauty queen, like a moving scene. You said, "Mind of what do you mean? I am the one on a dance on the floor in a round."
Okay, great. Okay, next one.
People keep on trying to get it. Lovers. I don't know.
Okay, I thought it would be "We Will Rock You," but okay, that's also fine.
Okay.
No, it's totally fine. Okay, I'll try the next one. I need to get really, really serious for this one.
Okay. Okay, I know it, but I don't remember the song. Yeah, I know it. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, but I don't remember the song. But let's say I did it.
It could be Lady Gaga, dance, dance, dance.
Oh,
with my hands.
I dance with my hands, I'm going down. Love even Jesus. Okay, no, Jesus said. Okay,
Okay, nice one. Okay,
very good.
another one. I might need to turn my professional lights off like this and
Okay. Okay. Mystic rain. I don't know. Some ballads. Okay. Who wants to live forever? Who wants to live forever? Forever is our today.
okay, excellent. Okay, next one.
Ow! Whoa!
I don't know what that is, but okay. It's some improvisation. Okay, the last one. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm
Are
ready.
you sure you're ready? It's the last one.
Okay. Okay. For the king, for the land, for the mountains, for the green valleys where dragons fly, for the glory, the power to win the black Lord, I will search for the emerald sword. Oh, yes.
Fantastic. That was Giacomo Voli, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks a lot for coming here. Thanks indeed.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nika.